Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the So She Slays podcast. I'm Heather.
I'm Chauncey, and I'm super excited about today. Like, this is one of my favorite days. Everyone knows I love skincare. It's like a passion of mine. So I'm super excited about our special guest today.
I know, me too. Everybody knows that So She Slays with skincare is a thing for Chauncey and I. So I'm so happy to have Hadiyah, she's our fairy glow mother, join us to kind of talk about this subject and about anti-aging practices and products and myths and what we should actually be concerned about and what we really should be doing with our skin as we age. So before we dive into this awesome topic, go ahead and tell us about your I don't know, is it a store? Because you also sell products too.
She's a brand.
It's like, girl. It's a whole thing. So it's more than just like,
it's a lifestyle.
It's
a lifestyle.
Hi, I'm Hadiyah. Yes, I do have a brick and mortar location. I have a skincare studio in Oakland, also called Fairy Glow Mother, and I also sell skincare products, my own products and other skincare products that I think are great for people online. So there's that e-commerce vertical component to it as well. But yeah, in a nutshell, that's me. I'm Hadiyah, Fairy Glow Mother. I have magical powers and bring good fortune to your skin.
I love it.
And she does, guys. She does. Like, she will bring good fortune to your skin. I've been going to you for over 6 months, and my skin was the epiphany of, how do I say this? COVID pandemic masking skin and hormonal skin. That was a mess.
It was not that much of a mess.
She says it's not, but people who know me know it was a mess for me, and I was having anxiety attacks about it. So, and then when your mom starts saying, "Oh, what happened to your skin?" You know it's serious. But now my skin is more glowy, it's refreshed. It's like I look like a better person. I'm aging pretty well now compared to like the scars.
Pretty well.
I was like picking pimples. Like it was bad. It wasn't the person we see today.
But it was like stress induced too. It's COVID, guys.
Yeah,
it's COVID.
I guess. And hormonal and aging.
And exactly, which really the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because I've done and used and heard so much about anti-aging products. I mean, I think I've been using anti-aging products, or at least moisturizer, before I even really probably should have, but I mean, I did it anyways. So what are your thoughts on these over-the-counter anti-aging products?
Before we forget, aging is beautiful, by the way. To age is a beautiful thing. So do not feel like you have to age and it's a bad thing at all. Aging is a beautiful thing, no matter if it's anti-aging or just aging. Just age in gracefulness and beautifulness.
Right. So anti-aging in general is like, that's the marketing term for it. But most of those products, 9 times out of 10, are just hydrating products. Because the older we get, especially as women with when we go through menopause and all that, our body just dries up. Everything dries up. Our skin gets dry. Our vaginas get dry. We just turn into
the whole thing turns into a
everything just gets super dry as we get older. So a lot of anti-aging products primarily are going to be focused around things that are keeping hydration within the skin. They may be a little bit more emollient or more on the occlusive side to prevent transepidermal water loss. And it's mainly things that are going to hydrate. Firm is also another thing that happens in anti-aging skincare, to kind of prevent the fine lines and wrinkles, but it never really does that. Because if you're old, you're old. If you're going to get wrinkles, you're going to get wrinkles. Okay, it's like you're prolonging it. Maybe you're not aging as quickly, but it's almost like if you have a water balloon and you like put gum on the hole in the balloon to stop the leak. Like, it's still gonna leak out. It's not like going to do this wow thing. Like, at the end of the day, if you really do not like your wrinkles, there is no cream that I can sell you, unfortunately. Like, you're just going to have to visit a plastic surgeon. So
I love the honesty. I love it keeping it real. You say it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, anti-aging mainly is hydrating skincare products. Um, there are really good things on the market that are classified as anti-aging that really do help prevent fine lines. More so fine lines, not really wrinkles. Like if you got the wrinkles, sis, I don't know what to tell you. Other than getting, laser tightening or some type of facelift or something like that. But there are things like peptides, retinoids generally will help with fine lines. Um, and then there's a lot of other products that will assist with firming the skin, like kind of plumping things out a little bit. But for the most part, when it comes to anti-aging, you're mainly just staying very, very well moisturized.
Oh my geez, you
So
about to break
basically,
everybody's heart over there that just spending fortunes on all the products and all the things.
we know the truth now. It really is like you can't stop wrinkles. Wrinkles are part of aging. It's fine. It's beautiful. But the real key is hydration. We're talking about the hydration is key, and not only in your drinking water every day, but also in your skin. So basically, you gotta age with hydration. That's what. So all the products that we're getting right now is just hydration products. That's all.
Right. And a lot of products on the market, honestly, like no matter how they are marketed, unless they're marketed as an exfoliant, they're probably hydrating. There's a lot of
Ah.
different spins to things, but most of those products are going to be hydrating. Um, the only difference, if I had to put all of skincare in just to two categories, there would be an acne specific category and then like everything else. And everything else,
Oh.
more often than not, can be solved by just better hydrating the skin and protecting your skin's barrier. Um, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
You just
so
broke
what
it down.
exactly then is the difference? Because I read articles that it's like collagen versus retinol, retinol versus collagen.
What are
What
the
the heck?
difference?
What the heck is even this argument? I feel like we're
Like,
in a
what's the
war or
difference?
something.
So here's the thing about collagen, which honestly is one of my favorite skincare scams, which there are many. But
I like how you have
collagen,
favorites, though. You have favorite
yes, you
scams.
gotta have a favorite. So
Which, okay, so
collagen
collagen.
in your skincare products, it's largely there because a lot of the research that we have around collagen, in particular to how it works within our skin or how it beautifies our appearance, is primarily how it works internally. So collagen is something that we naturally produce. It's something that keeps our skin firm, plump, gives us the collagen is what gives us our youthfulness, right? When we see skin with wrinkles, we're actually seeing skin that lacks collagen and elastin in some ways. And so, a lot of the research around collagen and like why we want to preserve our collagen is to keep us looking youthful for longer. But it actually doesn't really translate by just applying collagen on top of the skin. It would almost like the molecular structure of collagen is actually very large. And so you wouldn't be able to, it's not able to really penetrate and get into the dermis, which is the layer of skin in which collagen is produced. So it's almost like we're putting it on there because collagen sounds nice, but it's actually not doing anything internally. Collagen has to work from the inside out. There's nothing we can do on the outside that will make collagen that will make us produce more collagen. Um, and so a lot of products that you see with collagen in them generally translate as being just really good moisturizing products. And they could help protect your barrier, but they're not helping you produce more collagen, which I think is a misnomer for consumers. I think a lot of consumers who buy collagen products think that they're producing more collagen. And the same is actually very true for collagen supplements. So a lot of beauty supplements are collagen based as well. And with collagen supplements, you'll see, like get better glowing skin, firmer
Yes.
skin, looking more youthful for longer. But when we ingest collagen via a supplement form, our skin is actually the last place that it will go to. When we ingest collagen, it actually goes to our bones first. So if you want knees like Megan Thee Stallion, absolutely take collagen supplements. That should help you. I'm 35, so
Neither
like
did.
my knees need the collagen support, absolutely. That joint support, that the osteoporosis feels real for me.
It's coming. It's coming.
Like
It's here.
it's
It's
coming.
coming. No, because honestly, like anytime I look at Meg Thee Stallion or even Sierra, I'm like, how your knees do that though? Like my
How
knees
are
gave
your
up
knees
at
still holding
26.
up? Yeah,
26, my knees are like, you're so cute. If you think you can do that body roll to the ground and come up and look cute.
my
At
knees
30,
definitely have had it at my big age, but
yes, we're done. We're not those people anymore, guys.
right. But yeah, when you're taking collagen internally, it's not really doing much for your skin either. As a matter of fact, I believe when the body only produces so much collagen,
Mm-hmm.
and it's hard for you to reproduce that. Like once we start losing collagen, like we don't really get it back.
True.
So these supplements, they help your joints, not your actual skin. That's most important. And it may, like a fraction of it may get to your tissues and muscle, but I think it's primarily going to your joints.
So we've been scammed for years.
We've been
these people.
scammed with all of this stuff.
This is
But
one
it's
of
a
our number
great
one scams.
moisturizer. If you see a moisturizer with added collagen, then yes, that's great.
Okay, well then I'm gonna come clean because that is me. I use this Medicube products as a series set, but there's definitely collagen in it. And I'm telling you right now, though, it's like my favorite moisturizer I've ever used in my entire stinking life. It's my favorite serum and favorite like toner thingy that I've used because it's just so hydrating. Like it's just a splash of freshness on my face.
I love how you have a splash of freshness on your face.
I'm just
So,
saying.
okay, so Heidi, what's your fate? Like, can we talk about like your products? Like, because you actually do make your own products, and I have used a few of them, which has helped my skin tremendously over the years. Like, tell us more about your products and what they do.
All right.
I'm ready.
So I came out with a few products, which is really funny because just in starting my business in general, I actually never wanted to nor expected to be performing services on people. I kind of like went through and got licensed, but the idea that I always had in my head was to create a skincare line, not necessarily do services. But it actually, it's great that it worked out this way because I learned a lot. Um, and so I actually, even before I had opened my business, I was trying to start the skincare line and it was very cost prohibitive in the beginning.
Oh, I bet that stuff's expensive.
It's
It is
very
expensive.
expensive. There was like 25K up front,
Ooh,
which I didn't have, right?
ooh, who
Um,
has that on deck? Ooh, no.
right. So I had, and that's just like for one product, but COVID ended up being somewhat lucky for me in a sense. Like I couldn't work, but because I had been making calls for like a year before COVID, a no turned into a yes, like a lab that I had reached out to, like probably it may have been like 5 months, 4 or 5 months before COVID
Oh,
hit and like California shut down. Um, they like hit me back and they were like, actually,
come on
like,
through.
Maybe.
like
Come
all
on
money is good
down.
money. Like actually, we've changed some things. We've lowered some
I'm
minimum
working for you.
requirements. Like we could work with you. And so that no turning into a yes was like actually how I got started because after like not being able to work for like 11 months with COVID, I for sure like I think I was like 3 months into not working and I was like, well, guess I'm going back to tech. Like that was it for this dream. Um, so yeah, after I had gotten that no into a yes, I was like, okay, maybe I can do something with this. So I started out with things that were somewhat simple, but not really. So a cleanser, a toner, one serum and a moisturizer. That was it. That was the beginning of the line. And I didn't have to go. I remember I only needed to go back and forth with the lab with 2 products in particular. Like everything else kind of just worked out really well, like after the first iterations. Or at least I thought, and that's a different conversation. We have another podcast on like formulating, which I've taken
Yes.
so many L's in that regard. But
I want to hear all about that.
the cleanser, the way that I thought about formulating and going about my line was like I wanted something for everyone. A lot of skincare is very feminine focused, right? Even my business name, Fairy Glow Mother, it leans feminine. But I've always felt like you can get much further by just targeting everyone, which is very true. So even in the beginning, and this is something that may end up happening for my business. I actually may change my business name in the next year or so just to like make it even more
Across the
unisex
board,
and
yeah.
androgynous, like just no feminine connection whatsoever. But even in the beginning, like when I was going about branding, like it just seemed very fun and playful, and like guys were not into it. So the other, like I do the skincare thing. It's 98% of my clientele are women. So obviously I spend a lot of time around women, but in my personal life, I'm like such the tomboy. Like it's just me, my 2 best friends, and it's just a whole bunch of dudes. Like we just always are like we're always kind of in mixed company. And I remember when I first launched, my friend, like my guy friends were like, that's dope. Like they were really proud of me, but like they were
They're
not.
like, you'll never catch me coming to
Yeah,
you.
like
You got
they're
this.
like,
We
you won't
got
be
you.
purchasing any of this. This shit looks too girly, And I thought I did really good because it was like plain black and white.
Yeah.
But when I rebranded, which wasn't really a rebrand, I just like got better packaging and like switched the labels. They were like, I fuck with this. Like, this is, like it looked more like, to them it seemed like it could be manly, it could be womanly, who knows? So
It's a unisex. It's perfect.
yeah, it is unisex. So I made the products primarily for everyone. The cleanser, it's
My
very
favorite.
clean, fresh scent cleanser. It's a cream to milk formula, so it's oil based. But the user can control the amount of water needed to like really emulsify. And the reason for that is because it's made for people who may need to remove makeup, people who have beards, or people who aren't wearing makeup at all. So there's a varying degree of how much product you'll actually need to achieve your cleansing goals. And so there's nothing active in that product whatsoever. The toner that was made initially, which is coming back, oh, and the cleanser is called Magic Milk. All the product names kind of have these mystical sort of elements to them, so to speak. The toner that was initially made was just, I made a really good humectant. And I ended up having to take it off just because I had to find somewhere else to formulate it. The toner was the first thing that I made where I kind of took my first L. So it was a really good humectant. It was the first thing to sell out. And that was like, it had the highest demand out of the clientele. However, when I needed to re-up, I noticed because of COVID and, global supply, whatever, all these ingredients can have the same name, but wherever they're sourced, it can make them perform very differently. And so that's something that I experienced with that toner in particular. So I had to find a different lab. I have to like source the ingredient myself and go through a bunch of tests to make sure that, whatever I'm picking will perform very well, making sure the lab can keep it in stock. Like, it has been a year and a half of just trying to get that right. But again, that's something that was made for everyone because everyone can benefit from a humectant. Everyone can benefit from hydration. And then,
Okay, so tell us then real fast, what exactly is a humectant? Like what is that?
Right.
We're novices here. We're not those people. We're not smart like this, girl.
A humectant is in skincare or in general is a product that attracts water. So when we put humectants on the skin, they basically will pull moisture out of the air to attract it to your skin to keep your skin better hydrated. Now, the issue with humectants is like you can't just apply a humectant and go about your day because it will work against you. If you apply a humectant and there's no moisture in the air, like in the Bay Area right now, it's pretty dry, it's pretty cold. It's actually going to pull the moisture out of your skin and make you even drier. So whenever you have a humectant, you absolutely have to apply some sort of emollient moisturizer over it to just keep that to keep the moisture locked in from the humectant. So yeah, that is obviously, I think it's a very important part of anyone's skincare routine. So that was the reason I created that toner.
Wow.
And the first serum I did was an 8% L-mandelic acid serum. I went with that particular ingredient and that percentage just because it has the most amount of research as it relates to acne in terms of also mandelic acid is pretty gentle for all skin types for the most part. 8% can be spicy, but it tends to work the best on acne starting at that percentage. Dr. James Fulton, who is one of the co-creators of Retin A, also the creator of the Vivant skincare line, kind of led the research on that. And it's still industry standard today. So that's why I started with that one. And the moisturizer is that I created, which is Glow Mojo, is a peptide-based moisturizer that has zinc and copper and magnesium as well to kind of help calm inflammation. So those last two products I created were specifically for acne-prone skin, whereas the first two products are for everybody.
Yeah,
Honestly,
definitely. That's
the
amazing.
best products. Like, I'm not just saying this because she is my esthetician. Like, I use her products every day, and like my skin feels so much better. Like, the cleanser is my favorite cleanser. The moisturizer, it's so silky. It doesn't feel thick, but it is thick enough to make my face feel like it's actually like hydrated and not so dry that it does after the long day of being on a computer screen all day or just being in the Bay Area when like the weather has me fire sometimes. You're like, oh, my skin is gonna look like shit today. So yeah, I'm a big fan of your products.
No, and I mean they're great too because I think they they kind of help bust the myth of like this anti-aging stuff, but like are still like in freaking amazing for your skin. I mean, just look at the both of you. You guys have like the most glowy skin ever.
I'm not even wearing makeup. I forgot to put makeup on today.
Neither
It was a long day.
Yeah, I got electrolysis today, actually, so my face should be looking a lot worse.
No, it looks good. Like honestly, like I just got a facial this past Saturday, so my face still has that glow to it. But I'm gonna kid you right now, like I was gonna look like death if I didn't get a facial last Saturday. Baby girl was tired in the face. Baby girl's tired. But no, like your products are great. My sister like has a couple of products from you that we use. Like it's helped her skin tremendously. But not only that, we love going to you because first of all, you're just hilarious as a person. But the thing is, like you actually do the research when it comes to your products, which is important, especially for like to be a facialist and to be someone that actually you can go to for education. Because a lot of estheticians you go to at different places, like they just do the job. They do what they have to do, but there's no education behind it. They don't really teach you about your skin or how to actually make your skin better in between appointments. And you're the only esthetician I've had who actually like make sure I know what my skin is missing or what is lacking and how I can improve. So I think the educational factor for you is just amazing. It's actually like a double plus one over your great personality and how hilarious you are in our one-on-ones.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I love it. And then I know that you have all this face facial knowledge as far as like taking care of your skin and the products to use. And Lord knows that Chauncey and I can sit here and talk to you for
All day.
hours
All day.
about this, because we geek out over this stuff. It's one of my favorite topics. I know it's one of Chauncey's favorite topics. But to kind of wrap up our conversation so that we don't spoil too much of the greatness that you're going to bring to other podcasts. What are, I would say, your tips to not doing the anti-aging, because we're going to forget that marketing term, but to help take care of your skin so that it is looking the best that it actually can?
Oh, and also, when do you start retinol and stuff like
Oh,
that?
shoot. Yeah.
Yes,
When do you
because
actually do that?
That's a big thing now.
can-
Like, I started at 12 years old. I was like, 12? What the? 12?
Wait, who said that?
Who said 12?
It was on this podcast I was listening to last week. I meant to tell you guys this. Some girl's like, yeah, like you should start doing it at 12, 13. I was like, that's when I'm trying to like
Oh
have
my God.
period.
Okay.
So yeah, like break it down.
No.
Yes. I was like, she's a liar. But like
So we'll do the retinol thing first, which I also make a
Yes.
retinoid, and I didn't even mention it. It's called
yes,
Moonshine.
moonshine, which I have every Sunday. It works perfectly.
So retinoids, I definitely don't think you should be using them at 12.
Thank you.
I would say people in their 30s maybe can start using retinoids, but the thing that I see with retinoids in particular is that a lot of people overuse them. They think it's something that they use every night or like 3 to 4 times a week, which I think is honestly too much for a lot of people. A retinoid is a powerful exfoliant. And so when you're using them too much, it really does thin the skin, and you can tell. I can look at people. I can even look at people on Instagram and be like, they are using that way too much. Like I can see how thin your skin is. And you don't want your skin to be too thin too, because then you can't wax, you can't do chemical peels, you can't do a lot of treatments. So yeah, I would say unless you have acne, then retinoid should be something you start maybe in your 30s. Now, when you're younger and you're trying to do some anti-aging or youthful maintenance,
you know what? We should coin that term. You should
Yes,
youthful maintenance.
Youthful maintenance.
That's the new anti-aging term, guys. Forget that.
If you want to do some youthful maintenance, you can definitely look into epidermal growth factors or EGF serum. So those, and peptides also do really well, but I actually think younger people would benefit from EGF serums. One, because it performs very similarly to a retinoid, but it doesn't exfoliate. So you don't run the risk of thinning your skin out. And by the way, thinning your skin out, over exfoliating, that's just going to give you wrinkles and everything much sooner as well. So EGF helps to keep your barrier a little bit more healthy. It uses stem cells to kind of mimic and repair your more youthful genetics, or not youthful genetics, but elements of your skin. And so those serums can be pricey, but I absolutely think that they are worth it. It actually helps to heal and repair damaged skin as well. So anyone who has those textured acne scars like ice pick or boxcar scarring, yes, you can use retinoids when you are still having active breakouts. But if you continue use over that area, you're probably not going to see it really firm and puffed back up to where it's not indented anymore, but EGF serum will help with that. So I prefer younger people, or even if you come to me and I still see that your skin is pretty plump and you're hydrated enough, even if you're in your mid to late 30s, I probably would still steer you to an EGF serum versus a retinoid, because I really like to use retinoids when they can be very effective for active things, so active breakouts or maybe even active hyperpigmentation. But it's something that should be cycled, so it's not something you should be using all the time. You probably want to use it for 3 to 4 months at a time and then like chill for for 2 or 3 months and then go back. And that's another reason why I push people more towards EGF serums as well, because you can just use it all the time. Now, there is one caveat to EGF serum, and that is this isn't like proven. It is actually still debated within the scientific community as well. But because it is stem cells and because it is replicating good cell growth, if you have a history of cancer, if you have cancer, they actually don't recommend, because obviously if you have cancerous cells, they don't want you to replicate more cancerous cells. So that is the only warning, I think, that comes with EGF serums. I don't think they put it on any bottles or anything like that, but again, that's just the research and that's the debate within the scientific community. It has not been proven, it's not concrete, but that is the back and forth. And I do like to tell people that.
Oh my gosh.
Use
Do you
the
have
education.
one that you recommend?
Yes, I like the anti-age growth factor serum. It looks like anti-age actually, but it's pronounced
Look at how they do that. Look
They
at how
do it
they
purposely.
do that.
Hey, the marketing guys, the
Yeah,
marketing.
it's pronounced anti-age.
Oh my gosh,
So
too fancy.
their growth factor serum, they actually use stem cell data from bone marrow stem cell data, so from humans.
Oh.
There are other stem cell products that might use plant-based stem cells, and that's another scientific debate too. We're like, well, plant cells talk to plant cells, they don't talk to human cells. I don't know, okay, but this anti-age growth factor serum, it works. I have literally seen like within 45 days, some of my clients come back and like they could literally leave with a hole in their face, and then it'll be like nothing ever happened.
And do you use that like all the time?
You can use it twice daily. So it's not exfoliating, remember. So you can do
that's right.
something you could use in your morning or night routine.
Okay, perfect.
You know I'm about to go Google it.
I know.
And
I
about
was
to like order this
I
right
sell
now.
it online on my shop as well. So you can
Well,
go to
there we go.
shop.regalmother.com and you will find it. So yeah, and that's another thing too, right? With retinoids, you can only use them at night. And you can't use them all the time, obviously, but with growth factors, you can use them twice daily.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, so to wrap it up, what would be your most youthful maintenance skincare routine that you could recommend to people?
Give it to us.
Oh man, okay. Well, you would start with Magic Milk, which is the cleanser that I make. Okay,
So
and you would use that, massage it in, apply with wet hands, damp wet hands, massage it in, add a little bit more water to emulsify for at least a minute. And then you want to take a warm washcloth, which you can just run under some hot water, wring it out really well, and wipe to remove. Then you want to use a very hydrating toner. So you could use something like the Moisture Balance toner from Face Reality, or their Calming Facial Toner, or like the Vichy Mineral Spring Mist, anything like that. Anything hydrating. Most toners are, some of them a little tricky, but most toners are hydrating. So anything hydrating. Then you want to follow that up with any active serum that you may have. So if it's nighttime, you might use Majestic number 8 at that time if you have acne. If you are maybe working on hyperpigmentation, then you would maybe use a serum that is better suited for hyperpigmentation. And then I believe you should hydrate the skin again, but this hydrator is generally a little thicker in consistency. It looks more like a gel. So you can use Face Reality Hydra Balance. You can use DMK Beta Gel. The First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair something hydrating serum. I think
there you go.
Yeah, got it.
And then you want to follow that up with your moisturizer. So Glow Mojo or whatever moisturizer you use. And then during the wintertime, or if it is really cold in your house at night, you want to do a nice thin layer of an occlusive. So that's an Aquaphor, a CeraVe healing ointment, or a Vaseline. And you just want to kind of press and pat it into your skin. You don't need to bathe in it. It doesn't need to, the whole slugging and glazed donut, and like you don't need to look like that. And just put hella product on, like just a thin amount is all you need. And that would be a really basic hydrating nighttime routine.
I
And
love it.
always use sunscreen, right? Because people don't think you should wear sunscreen.
Sunscreen during the day.
Yes.
So you would cleanse, tone, hydrate. The majority of people probably don't need to put on an active serum during the day. You can do an antioxidant serum or like a good vitamin C serum if you must, but you don't have to feel compelled to have a serum that you use during the daytime. And then your you just hydrate and then sunscreen. Depending on what your skin condition is, like if you're super oily, you don't necessarily need to put your moisturizer on before sunscreen because your sunscreen is also a moisturizer.
That's me. That's what I do. That's me 100%.
So you definitely could just skip straight to the sunscreen portion.
That's what I do.
If your skin is super dry or like it's winter time right now, maybe you could do a nice thin layer of moisturizer beneath your sunscreen. But for the most part, your sunscreen is your moisturizer. So you don't have to always apply moisturizer beneath your sunscreen.
And sunscreen is year round, not just for the summer.
It's year round. It's reapply every 2 hours. There are some sunscreens out there I've seen where you can reapply every 3 to 4. I think I've seen a 3-hour one, maybe a 4-hour one. Most of them are reapply every 2 hours. So make sure you're doing that. And if not your initial sunscreen, for us ladies, we can definitely apply. There's like a powder sunscreen that comes in a compact. You can use one of those to reapply as well, or a spray, but reapply or die.
Reapply or die. Remember that.
Perfect. Youthful maintenance and apply or die. Okay, I love these terms that we came up with.
I know somebody needs to write these down.
Trademark it, girl. Trademark.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Will be
where can people get in touch with you? Follow you for amazing facial like tips and tricks and all this stuff.
Facials, appointments, all this great stuff.
So I'm at Fairy Glow Mother everywhere. So FAIRYGLOMOTHER, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Is that everything? Facebook. I don't
TikTok now. You're on TikTok.
TikTok is Glowdega, which is the name of my online store.
See?
The Glowdega.
Actually, I created a Fairy Glow Mother TikTok like 2 years ago at this point, and I created it. I was on TikTok for like 5 minutes, and I was like, I don't want to be
over it.
Trust me, we understand.
And I never went back, so I actually lost my login for TikTok. Which is funny because you can log into TikTok like 15 different ways, and I literally cannot figure out what the login was for it. Like I've tried so many different things. So I'm Glowdega on TikTok, but I also have never posted to TikTok anyway. So follow me, and then just one day I may be there. Who knows?
One day you may pop up with that info.
Like, hey guys. But no, like you have to follow her at Fairy Glow Mother, Fairy Glow Mother, because she just gives like great tips on how to take care of your skin. And honestly, like she's changing lives, guys. Like she's making people look a little bit glowier. I'm telling you, because your girl looking haggard for a minute. Haggard girl. That's the person I knew.
Oh my gosh.
But the thing is, we've known Fairy Glow Mother for over 7 years. She started with us as used to give us like discounts for people for our website when we first started.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, so it's like 7 years.
Your event was actually the first event I ever did as Fairy Glow Mother.
See,
there we go.
A relationship
here with the knowledge, guys. Right now,
thick as thieves. But no, it's been such a great time talking to you, because like it's good that people understand like skincare is important. It's just not like a phase people are going to because it's the pandemic. And I was like, I need to take care of my skin. Like this is a lifestyle. I'm glad you can educate people.
Well, in the word of my friends, you only got one face, so take care of it. But
Of course you would say that.
You only have one face unless you have a ton of money, and then you have however many faces you need.
that's true. That's true.
Well,
Coming in with the truth right now.
Okay, she gave us
All right,
so
oh
much
my
today.
gosh. Okay, thank you so much for joining us.